Hello friends, I am Professor D.G. Trivedi going to take your lecture number 8 in EL 6502 Digital Electronics Analog to Digital Conversions. This is lecture number 8. Dear friends, still now we have studied two types of the method to convert the analog signal into the digital forms. These two methods are nothing but the simultaneous conversions is there, and then we have studied about the counter method. What was the simultaneous method? In a simultaneous method, we need 2 raised to n minus 1 number of comparators, where n is the number of bits in a digital signal is required. That means you require a very large number of comparators is required in simultaneous method. An analog input voltage is given simultaneously to all the comparators. That's why it is called simultaneous method. What is the advantage of this one? It is the fast convergence is there. That means analog signal is converted into the digital form very fast. That means conversion time is very small. That is the advantage of the simultaneous method. But when you want a higher resolutions, more than 3 to 4 digital bits, then you require a large number of comparators are required. That means the circuit becomes more and more complicated. That is the disadvantage of simultaneous converter. To remove this disadvantage, we have studied about another type of the converter. That is the converter using A to D type, but using the counter method, in which we are utilizing a counter and the variable reference voltage was utilized. That means variable reference voltage was generated from D to A converter. That means we will be having a counter which is operating in up direction only. Then there is a level amplifier. Then there is a registers, which is nothing but the flip-flop will store the device, and then there is a binary ladder network was used, which is converting analog digital voltage into the analog forms, and the staircase output voltage is going to be generated, which is nothing but the variable input voltage for the comparator. But here we need only one single comparator. That is the advantage of counter method. Circuit is very simpler, but it takes time more compared to the simultaneous converter, because in a simultaneous converter it is simultaneously converting in a one clock pulse, it is converting the analog input signal into the digital forms. But here what happens, every time the counter has to be reset to the 00, and then it will start counting in up directions at particular value. That number of clock pulses are required to be larger here. Average conversion time is going to be half of the total number of counts multiplied by the clock cycle time. So that way the conversion time is larger in a counter method, because always the counter has to initiate from the reset, or counter has to be reset and then it has to be start. So to fasting this method, there is another type of the A to D conversions or converter is going to be developed, and that is known as a continuous type A to D conversions. That is which we are going to study over here. And here the counter which we are going to utilize in D to A converter is not only count up mode, but it is operating in either count up direction also, as well as it can operate in a count down direction also. That means this counter need not to be reset to initial state 000. All the flip-flop of the counter need not to be reset to the 0, but it will start counting or it will start converting the digital analog signal into the digital signal from the last conversions itself, converting points itself. So this way this counter becomes faster, and that way this method is known as a continuous A to D converter, because it need not to reset to the 00, but it will start converting from the last state itself. So we are starting with the continuous A to D conversions. An obvious method for speeding up the convergence of the signal, as shown in a figure 12.26, is to eliminate the need for resetting the counter each time a convergence is made. So in a counter type of converter, the counter has to be reset, but here we need not to be reset the counter If this were done, the counter would not begin at 0 each time, but instead would begin at the value of the last converted points. So it will start from where it was, the counter, where in whichever state it was there. From that state, either it is operating in count up mode or it is operating in a count down mode. So additional control circuit is required here, that to decide that from whichever last state was there, from there either the counter has to be count up mode or counter has to be counting in a count down mode. This means that counter would have to be capable of counting either in up direction or in a down direction. This is no problem since we are already familiar with the operation of up down counters. There is, however, need for additional logic circuitry since we must decide whether to count in up direction or direct down direction by examining the output of the comparator. So depending upon the output comparator, we have to decide, or there should be some control circuit which will decide that counter will be operating in count up mode or it will be operating in a count down mode. An A to D converter which uses an up-down counter is shown in figure 12.27 below. This method is known as a continuous conversion and thus the converter is called the continuous type A to D converter. So this third type of the converter which we are going to learn here is a continuous type A to D converter. Here the comparator is having two different outputs. Since the converter digital output always try to track the analog input to converter, this is also known as A to D converter tracking type. This is the logic circuit block diagram for this continuous type of A to D converter. You can see that this is the portion, these blocks are related with the D to A converter. Digital to analog convergence is going to be utilized. It is a similar whatever we have studied previously, except that this counter is operating in count up mode as well as in a count down mode. And it is having two another control lines, that is count up line is there and count down line is there. So whenever the count up line is going to be high and count down line is going to be low, then at advance input, if there is a clock pulse is going to be available, counter will operate or counter will increment the digital signals in up directions. And when the count down line is going to be high and count up line is going to be low, counter will be operate in a count down mode after receiving a clock pulse. So it will be decrement the content of the counter by 1. But it is operating strictly in a binary sequence, remember. And output of this one, the counter, is a digital signal which is passed through the level amplifier, which will produce 1 or 0 depending upon the output of this counter, and that will be exactly 1 corresponds to 10 volt and 0 corresponds to 0 volt is going to be provided by this level amplifier to the binary ladder network. So binary ladder network is converting this digital signal into the analog voltage and it is continuously changing. So it is producing a staircase waveforms, which is nothing but one of the input of reference voltage for this comparator. So here also we are utilizing only single comparator. In continuous type A to D converter, only single comparator is to be utilized and one of the input is a variable reference voltage which is available from D to A converter or binary ladder network. Another input is the analog input voltage which we want to convert into the digital signals. But in this comparator, instead of single output, now we are having two different outputs. Up output is also there and down output is also there. So whenever this ladder output voltage is lower than analog input voltage or analog input voltage is more positive compared to the reference voltage or ladder output voltage, then up output is going to be line is going to be high and down output line is going to be low. That means the gate for before the up flip-flop, that gate is going to be enabled and clock pulse can pass through the gate and it is going to be setting this flip-flops. You can see that. And this gate, because down output is going to be low, this gate is disabled. So clock pulse will not pass through this one. So S remains to be 0 only. So we can say that on a first clock edge, this is the clock generator. So it will produce the clock pulses. So when the first clock pulse is going to be hit to this AND gate, it will pass through this upper AND gate, which is a front of this up flip flop. So this S becomes 1. It will set this flip flop and Q becomes 1. Q is one of the input of this AND gate, which is prior to the count up line. So output of the AND gate is connected to the count up line. So when this flip flop is going to be set on the first clock pulse, the AND simultaneously we assume that this flip flop is going to be reset. That means Q is going to be 0 and Q bar is going to be 1. That means down bar is going to be 1, and that down bar is one of the input, up is the another input. When both the input is going to be high, count up line is going to be high. Similarly here, because this flip flop is going to be reset, Q down input is going to be low and up bar input is also going to be low because it is set. So this output of this gate is going to be low. So count down line is going to be low. Count up line is going to be high. So this clock pulse which hits this flip flop, as well as it is available to the count up line, advance this up down counter, and counter will operate in count up mode. So the corresponding to that, the counter will advance from whichever state it is there in up directions, and correspondingly the ladder output voltage is going to be increased one more step of LSB, you can say that, and that means this becomes more positive now. So with respect to this, the difference is going to be reduced, and after one clock pulse, that clock pulse is also going to be triggered this one shot. So what happens after one clock pulse? When the one shot is going to be triggered, it will produce one positive pulse, and that one positive pulse which is going to be available to the R input of the up flip flop as well as R input of the down flip flop. Remember this 2S which is written here, it is printing mistake. Here also it should be our reset input, and this is also going to be reset input. So reset input is going to be high. This flip flop are going to be resetting. So both the flip flops are going to be resetting. That means count up as well as count down line is going to be low. So this convergence is going to be complete, or it is called one cycle convergence, which is shown over here. When the first clock edge of the positive pulse is going to be available, clock pulse is going to be available, the AND gate front to the up flip flop is going to be high. That means this becomes high and clock pulses will be passed through that one, and the up output is going to be high, and up output is going to be high. Clock pulses will be passing through this one, and it will be advancing the content of the counter in up directions, and that way the reference voltage of the binary ladder network is increasing, and hence when it becomes equal or higher to the analog input voltage, the output of the comparator upline is going to be low, then downline becomes high, and other way operation begins. That means down flip flop will start passing the clock pulses, and the counter will advance decremented in a downward direction, or counter will operate in a down mode. This is written over here. The D to A portion of this converter is same as those previously discussed. That means digital to analog convergence portion of this converter is the same as those previously discussed, with the exception of the counter. Here the counter is operating in both the directions, in a count up mode as well as in a count down mode. In a counter type A to D converter, it was operating in count up mode only. That's why it has to be reset every time 0. It is in up down counter and has the up and down count control lines in additional to the advanced line, which is nothing but clock input at the input of this counter. The output of the ladder is fed into the comparator, which has two output instead of one as before. So this comparator is having two output, up output as well as down output is there instead of one output in a counter type. When the analog voltage is more positive than the ladder output, the up output line of the comparator is high. That means analog input voltage which you want to convert into the digital signal, if it is more positive compared to the reference voltage, that is the output of binary ladder network, then the up output line of the comparator is going to be high, and vice versa. It means when the analog voltage is more negative, or it is becomes smaller than the ladder output voltage, or the reference voltage becomes more positive with respect to analog input voltage, then the down output line of the comparator is going to be high and up output line is going to be low. So when the analog voltage is more negative than the ladder output, the down output line is going to be high. If the up output of the comparator is high, the AND gate at the input of the up flip-flop is open, and the first time clock goes positive, the up flip-flop is going to be set. So whatever we have discussed, you understand this thing. If the up output line of the comparator is high, the AND gate of the input of the up flip-flop is open, and the first time the clock goes positive, the up flip-flop is going to be set. So you can see this things. So if analog input voltage is more positive with respect to the reference voltage, up line is going to be high, down line is going to be low. So output of this gate is going to be 0. So this gate is disabled and this gate is enabled. So first clock pulse will pass through this gate and it will set this flip-flops. So Q becomes 1 and down bar is also going to be 1, and hence the output of this one is going to be 1. Count up line is going to be high, count down line is going to be low, and first clock pulse will advance the flip-flop, advance the counter in a one up directions. If the up output of the comparator is high, the AND gate at the input of the up flip-flop is open, and the first time the clock goes positive, the up flip-flop is going to be set. If we assume for the moment that the down flip-flop is reset, and AND gate which controls the count up line of the counter will be true, and counter will advance one count. So the counter will be advancing one count in up directions. So counter will be operating in count up mode. When the analog voltage is more negative than the ladder output, the down output line of the comparator is going to be high. If the up output of the comparator is high, the AND gate at the input of the up flip-flop is open, and the first time the clock goes positive, the up flip-flop is going to be set. If we assume for a moment that down flip-flop is reset, the AND gate which controls the count up line of the counter will be true, and counter will advance one count. The counter can advance only one count since the output of one shot reset both the up and down flip-flop just after the clock goes slow. So the first clock edge which hit the AND gate also, it will pass through the AND gate also, and it will set the up flip-flop, but simultaneously it will give as a trigger to the one shot or monostable, and hence the monostable which is also producing one positive pulse. That positive pulse is available to both the flip-flop, that means up flip-flop as well as down flip-flop reset terminal. So both the flip-flops are going to be reset. So this convergence is called a one convergence only. So one clock pulse only, it is going to be converted, and then after it is going to be stable. So counter can advance only one count since the output of the one shot reset both up and down flip-flop just after the clock goes slow. This can then be considered as one count up conversion cycle. That's why it is also known as one count up conversion cycle. Notice that the AND gate which controls the count up line has the input of up and down bar. So the AND gate of count up line AND gate is having two inputs. One input is the output of the up flip-flops Q, and output of down flip-flop Q bar, that is down bar. These are the two inputs becomes true, and hence the count up line is going to be high, and that's why after one clock pulse it will be steady. Similarly, count down line AND gate has the input of down and up bar. That means the lower flip-flop output, that is down, and upper flip-flop Q bar, that is up bar, will be the input for the AND gate, which output is connected to the down control lines of the counter. This could be considered an exclusive OR arrangement and ensure that count up as well as count down lines cannot both be high at the same time. That means it will not have any confusions that whether the counter is operating in count up mode or it is operating in a count down mode. If count up line is going to be high, the counter will be operating in a count up mode and after receiving the clock pulse, and when the count down line is going to be high, at that time the count up line will be definitely low and hence the counter will be advancing in a count down mode after receiving a clock pulse. As long as the upline out of the comparator is high, the converter continues to operate one conversion cycle at a time every clock cycles. At this point, where the ladder voltage becomes more positive than the analog input voltage, the up line of the comparator goes low and the down line goes high. So, if it is advancing like this, so as soon as the reference voltage which is coming out of the binary ladder network becomes more positive compared to, or it is becomes higher than the analog input voltage, then the down output of the comparator becomes high and up output of the comparator becomes low. The converter then goes through a countdown conversion cycle, because in that case the down flip-flop is going to be set and up flip-flop is going to be reset, and that way the down control line of the counter becomes true and count up control line is going to be 0, and hence the counter will advance in a count down mode or it is decremented. At this point, the ladder voltage is within 1 LSB of analog voltage and converter oscillate about this point. This is not desirable since we want the converter to cease the operation and not jumps around the final value. So what happens now? Think about it. If the reference voltage is lower than the analog input voltage, the count up output of the comparator is high. But when the reference voltage becomes more positive, count down output line is going to be high. That means if there is a slightest increment is there or slightest greater than the LSB voltage, then the output of this comparator is going to be either it is operating in count up mode and then on the next clock cycle it is jumping to the count down mode. Again, when the next clock cycle is going to be there, because the reference voltage becomes lower, then it goes to the in a count up mode. That means the counter is operating in a count up mode and then it is jumping back to the count down mode. So the counter is going to be oscillate. This is undesirable. So what has to be done? And this means only around a particular value the counter is going to be advancing one clock cycle up, as well as from that point it is going back to the original state. That means it is jumping between the two steps only. So it is oscillating. So this has to be avoided. And how it is going to be avoided? For that, the comparator has to be adjusted for centering. This is not desirable since we want the converter to cease the operation and not to oscillate around the final value. The trick here is to adjust the comparator such that its output do not change at the same time. We can accomplish this by adjusting the comparator such that up output will not go high unless the ladder voltage is more than half LSB below the analog voltage. That means analog input voltage is greater than the reference voltage, but the difference should, the difference is less than half LSB, the upline will not be high. And similarly, when the difference is not less than or not greater than half LSB, the down line will not be high. Similarly, down output will not go high unless the ladder voltage is more than half LSB above the analog input voltage. This is called centering of LSB and provides a digital output which is within one half LSB. So 50% of the LSB voltage is going to be there. That means if the reference voltage is lower than the analog input voltage by 50%, the count upline output of the upline is not going to be high, and similarly the reference voltage is more positive or it is a less positive 50%, then the count down line is not going to be high. A waveform typical of this type of the converter is shown in figure 12.28. You can see that this converter is capable of following the input voltage that changes at a much faster rate. So a waveform typical of this type of the converter is shown in figure 12.28. You can see that this converter is capable of following the input voltage that changes at a much faster range. So whatever drawback was there in a counter type converter is going to be eliminated here. In that case, the conversion time must be very large compared to the uh, input response time. Then the counter method was okay. But if the comparator conversion time is comparable with the response time of the input signal, then that method is not taking the input waveforms. So here you can see that the convergence time is very small. So this is a much better way it can follow the input signal. You can see that this converter is capable of following the input voltage that changes at a much faster rate. Similarly, we might construct an AND gate in which the inputs are zero side of all the counter flip-flops. Again, if the counters inputs are all zeros, that means the flip-flops are going counter is going to be reset and it becomes 0 0, then the content of the counter cannot be advanced. In that case, it has to be decremented. That means such kind of arrangement has to be done. So for that, two AND gates are going to be utilized. One of the AND gate, it is inputs are given to all reset of the flip-flops, and another AND gate which all the inputs are given from all the preset, and that reset and preset output of the gate is connected to up down flip-flops. That means the reset zeros output are connected to the down reset flip-flop and ones are connected to the up flip-flops. Similarly, we might construct the AND gate in which the inputs are zero sides of all the counter flip-flops. The output of this gate can be connected to the reset side of the down flip-flop, and counter will then be unable to count beyond all zeros. The gates are shown in figure 12.29. You can see that. This is one thing. If the convergence time is smaller, very small, compared to the input signal rate, changing the rate or response time, then it can track the input signal properly. And when you can see that reconstruction of the waveform is there from digital signal to analog signal, again it can almost produce the original input signals here. That means this continuous A to type conversion method is better even if the frequency of the input signal is a larger. That means the response type of the input signal is going to be very fast or very small. Then also this converter can convert analog signal into digital forms. Now you can see here, this is all output of all the flip-flops zeros or 1, which is going to be taken as input of the gate, and output of the gate is to connect the reset side of the up flip-flop. And similarly, this is going to be 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar, that means Q bar, Q2 bar, Q3 bar, all the output of the flip-flops, that means the false side of the flip-flops, that is considered as the input of the AND gate, and that output is connected to the reset side of the down flip-flop. So this way the counter will not have any problem. Either the counter is going to be preset or the counter is going to be reset. It will not advance or it will not be decrement of that point. Thank you very much, friends. Sorry, there is one example is also there here. Example 12.2012. Quite often, additional circuitry is added to continuous converter to ensure that it cannot count off scale in either direction. For example, if the counter contains all ones, it would be undesirable to allow it to progress through the count up cycles. That means when all the counter contains are going to be preset, that means all the output of the flip-flops are going to be 1 1 1, then it is undesirable that counter should advance or counter should operate in a count up mode. So in that case the counter should operate in a countdown mode. That way the previous gate was constructed. Since the next clock cycle would advance it to all zeros, we would like to design the logic necessary to prevent this thing, and that is nothing but the two gates which we have prepared in a figure 29. The two limits points which must be detected are all ones and all zeros in the counter. Suppose that we construct the AND gate having the one side or true side of the counter flip-flops as in inputs. The output of this gate will be true whenever the counter contains all ones. That means the counter is going to be preset. If the gate is then connected to the reset side of the up flip-flops, the counter will be unable to count beyond all ones. That means it will not advance in a count up mode, but it will be decremented in a count down mode. These are some questions related with this one. How does the continuous type A to D converter differ from the simultaneous type of A to D converter? Continuous type A to D converter is having two outputs of the comparator. Moreover, the counter which can operate in up mode as well as in a down mode. So that is the way it is different from counter type A to D converter. What advantage does the continuous type A to D converter offer over a counter type A to D converter? The conversion time is a faster. So it converts a very fast analog signal into the digital signal. It takes less amount of the time, and because the conversion time is faster, it can track the input signal, which may be response time is very small. Thank you very much, friends.